Hello, and welcome to another episode of Secrets of the Stones. Tonight's stone is turquoise. Turquoise was given the name by early traders Turkish stone, which is probably where it gets its name. In ancient China, it had another name, Xuanqing, which means mysterious gate. Turquoise can appear in many shades. Some are sky blue, blue-green, and yellow or green. And it also frequently contains the veins of the matrix in which it was formed. Some of these are composed of chalcedony opal, brown limonite, black chert, and white kyanite. It is composed of hydrated copper aluminum phosphate and has a high amount of water, which increases its ability to conduct qi, or life force energy. The copper it contains gives it the ability to expel wind and to heal the bones. Phosphorus in the stone will bring energy to the kidneys to promote latency or storage of unacknowledged trauma. Ultimately, the amount of water the stone encounters when it is forming in the earth will determine its color. If there's less water, it will tend to be a darker green color. Other things that can cause it to turn green are trace minerals such as chromium and vanadium. Green turquoise in particular is associated with the renewal of self. If there are iron impurities in the soil, it may have a yellow color. Robin's egg turquoise is highly prized. It is a celestial blue color, which represents new beginnings. The stone has anti-inflammatory properties. It is able to strengthen and move fluids to break up stagnation and inflammation. It is found in hot, dry climates, but it is able to retain water. It has a warming nature and a spicy taste, which tend to move the qi. This helps dissipate stagnation and reduce inflammation also. In terms of meridian theory, it will affect the relationship between the lungs and the kidneys. It does this by helping to increase their communication with the liver. This grants the ability to be present and comfortable with ourselves. This stone will become darker as it takes on stagnation from the liver channel, pictured on the screen. In fact, it has a strong relationship to the soul of the liver, the hun, which leaves the body during astral projection and dreaming. The hun also stores memories from our past and the wishes we have for our future. It is said every living human has a hun and a po. The hun is the spiritual, ethereal, young or expansive soul, which leaves the body after we pass away. The po is a corporeal or substantive yin soul, which is said to remain with the corpse after death. So how can we use turquoise? Well, this stone has a triclinic crystal structure and resonates with the yang fire temperament that is associated with the yang fire meridians, or the small intestine and triple energizer. The small intestine meridian is pictured on the screen. This temperament tends to be idealistic, intelligent, creative, and artistic. They are high energy and they thrive under pressure. They have noble ideals and enjoy physical and intellectual challenges. They're spontaneous and intuitive, and they easily make their minds about things. If their manic fire goes out of control, it can stimulate wind, which causes violent, angry outbursts. If it burns low, they might get depressed or have a tendency to dramatize their highs and lows. If they do get sick because they're fire, their conditions may amplify. For instance, if they have a fever, it might be a high fever. Or if they're suffering from a tremor, it would be a convulsion. This type also enjoys stimulants. So turquoise can regulate the body's water passages and promote urination. It is beneficial for fluid retention, dryness of the skin, and incontinence. Because it strengthens, moves, and regulates qi, or guides qi, it provides stability to the outermost defensive way level, which protects our bodies against exterior pathogenic factors. This moving, strengthening, and regulating helps unblock the chest, alleviate pain, and increases in circulation to the hands and the feet. It is an especially useful stone for cold bee obstruction syndrome, where cold is trapped in localized areas that has affected the sensory organs such as the eyes or sinuses, and it helps alleviate painful menstruation due to its effects on the liver meridians. By moving and strengthening the blood, turquoise helps treat headaches and problems with the sensory organs. It also reduces feelings of fullness, abdominal cramps, or pain caused by consuming large meals. This stone, because of its effects on the liver meridian, helps anchor wind, which is a pathogenic factor primarily associated with the liver. And because it does this, it is helpful for addressing panic attacks, unpredictable behavior, and difficulty accommodating to change. It mildly clears heat and can help reduce heat from sensory organs, which you will see signs of if the liver yang rises up to the head. So some of these symptoms might include red eyes, ringing in the ears, flushing of the face, or just generalized irritability. This stone has a tendency to regenerate tissue as well. As I mentioned before, the turquoise connects the hun and the po. The po is the soul, associated with the soul of the lungs, to the essence or jing, which is stored in the kidneys. So we have liver, lungs, and kidney connection. This connection is beneficial for the process of soul retrieval. It enhances our ability to remember past lives, and so that we can use the information to improve our current circumstances. On an emotional level, the turquoise is appropriate for people who have difficulty creating change. It has a high water content, which makes it an excellent conductor of qi, or life force energy, and it can be incorporated into any meditation, qigong, or Reiki practice to improve the circulation of qi in the body. When it's placed in the home in an appropriate corner, turquoise increases opportunities for travel and promotes health. It can also be used to open the pineal gland and strengthen the crown chakra. There are some theories circulating that the Eye of Horus is a drawing of the pineal gland. And incidentally, it is close to the crown chakra, but it looks like the third eye chakra. Turquoise is also the birthstone for people born in December. Historically, it was known as a stone of the ancestors. Through its close affinity with the soul of the liver, which has access to the past and the future, as well as the collective consciousness. It was a favorite stone among the Tibetans, American Indians, and Buddhists because it's strongly linked to the ancestors, and it was used for religious purposes. It was used as currency in the Native American tribes, and it was used as protection by the Aztecs. Later in this slideshow, you will see some examples of carvings. They found turquoise in King Tut's mask and in several places in South America. So how can we apply turquoise? Well, the stone loves to be held, and it is unique in that aspect. So it is a good idea to wear it often as jewelry. It can be placed on the center of the midline of the abdomen, at the point where the V shape is formed by the base of the sternum and the ribs meeting. This point is called Ren 14, or conception vessel 14, and it helps induce a sense of calm. It can be placed on the eyes, ears, or mouth to clear heat from the sensory organs and to treat redness. Several tumbled stones can be used during a meditation session that is intended to release dampness and nourish the cooling yin substances of the body. The symptoms of dampness might include swelling or edema, particularly in the ankles or abdomen, a heavy, dull, or achy feeling, depression, and foggy-headedness or foggy thinking. You can tape small tumbled stones on the following points to help alleviate the symptoms of dampness. The first is located on the side of the torso, slightly below and in front of the tip of the 11th rib, slightly higher than the umbilicus. This point is known as liver 13. The second point to treat dampness is spleen 6, located on the inner ankle, 1 hand's width, not including the thumb, above the prominence of the ankle bone, as pictured. There are 2 points on the conception vessel that help with dampness. The first is 1 thumb's width above the pubic bone, and the next one is midway between the pubic bone and the belly button. These are points conception vessel 3 and conception vessel 4. You can hold turquoise in your hands to help promote digestion and to reduce food stagnation. Incidentally, a popular point for reducing the fullness and discomfort that comes with overeating is to use stomach 44, or inner netting, which is located between the second and third toe, underneath the web of the toe. You can hold the stone in the hands to help reduce cellulite, especially if you're unable to lose weight. Powdered turquoise can be mixed with clay and formed into a poultice to help heal broken bones. By placing a sculpture in the western quadrant, you can attract opportunities for travel. So to make stone water out of turquoise is fairly simple. Place a tumbled stone, free of matrix, into a glass of water, preferably spring water, and allow it to sit for 20 minutes. Then you can drink it immediately. If you would like to make an elixir, you will have to potentiate a clear quartz crystal with the properties of turquoise. I go into this in another video. It's a playlist entitled Foundations, so you can check it out. To cleanse the stone, you will need to take a balanced approach. First, you can wash it in running water and place it under the sun for a short time to dry. Then you can wait until the evening and place it outside under the moonlight in a bowl of water. Alternately, it can be placed next to hematite, or it can be washed under running water and placed next to a clear quartz crystal overnight to recharge. Due to its copper content, many choose not to expose turquoise to water. So here's a slideshow of turquoise, all its varying shades. And this is some ancient jewelry made purely of turquoise. Here's a scarab ring. This is from ancient China, or it might be Aztec. So it's used for ceremonial purposes. And here's that Aztec mask made of turquoise. The Olmecs used it first. They were the first civilization in South America, and their religion influenced the Aztecs. And here's another example found in Egypt. Well, thank you for joining me tonight on Secrets of the Stones. Hope you've had a nice time, and I'll see you in another episode.